Hey y'all, welcome to Nat and Grace Revelations. This is Terrell Tia. This is going to be a reading for fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energies. I heard to read for love for fire signs, so that's really interesting because um, I wasn't called to do that for water. So let's see what's going on, fire signs. Yarrow, Jero, anything like that. Somebody is crazy. And when I say they're crazy like I'm hearing Trey Songz, you try to leave me, I'ma tie you to the ground. That song is called Infidelity. But that's what I'm hearing. This person is crazy. But they're crazy because they want somebody to be stuck with them, to be connected to them. And they are okay with doing this by force. It's almost as if like they're so worried about people leaving their life that they will try to find ways to make sure people can't go anywhere. Or they're afraid to go anywhere. Camp, camp, anything like that. Whatever is going on here, this is a bit much. It honestly feels like somebody is kind of in the space to where they're very toxic, very dark spirited, very obsessive, very aggressive. Um, but it's more an obsession with time and other people's energy. Making sure that people are still paying attention to them. People are still in love with them. People are still, you know what I mean? Like they're fixated on that. And it's almost like this really dark, passionate energy that's here. So this is a person that will be very flattering, very charming when it comes to showing their love and affection. But a lot of it is to make sure that they have sank their fangs deep enough into these people's necks. Okay? So it's like they want people to be hooked on them. It's almost like they want to be their love interest addiction. I don't want you to want anything or anyone outside of me. I want you to give me your time and attention and only me. You know what I mean? It's almost like a energy of a pimp in a sense. Like they want to uh imprint on this person, on these people so bad that they don't want to go nowhere, that they give them everything without asking. Okay? So it's almost like they're willing to sacrifice themselves for this person, for this relationship, for these opportunities, whatever. Okay? That is a really big factor here to where somebody is just like, I want you to want me and me only, and I don't want to have to question um who you're interested in. So I'm going to do everything possible to make sure that you are still fixated on me. And even if they mistreat these people or this person, even if they talk badly about them, even if they don't want this person romantically or act like they don't want this person romantically, they don't want them to move on with their life. So they are desperately trying to find ways to harass this person to make sure that they're still a factor. So even if this person isn't interested in this party romantically anymore, this other person is trying to do things so where they're starting fights and drama and being mean and aggressive to make sure that they get attention still. So it's like the relationship could be completely over with, but this person is still acting crazy and being mean and popping off and popping up, you know what I mean? Doing whatever, doing little stuff like that to where they're showing um that they still have some type of power or control in this matter. And it's time to stop feeding this beast because it's a demon. This person is possessed by a demonic force. And I don't think that they realize it. It's like they're possessed by a demonic force, but their victim is like an ex lover or something like that. or say somebody connected to one of their ex-lovers. And it's like, my gosh, do you not realize that the devil is using you? Do you not realize that this relationship has been over for X amount of years, X amount of months, and you're still acting like that? Do you realize how like lame you are? Do you realize that you're obsessed with your ex? Do you realize that you're obsessed with everything that this person has going on while you're saying that you don't care about them? You're not worried about them? Like, get a life. This is a loser. And it's like they can't even help it because the demons are latched onto them so tightly. You get what I'm saying? So the demons that are possessing them are trying to use them as a vessel to go sink their teeth into other people. But it's this person specifically that they are fixated on, and it's because they're not giving them money. They aren't getting any money or attention out of this person anymore, and they can't afford their lifestyle. They cannot afford a lot of the problems that they've caused in their own life. You get what I'm saying? So they're expecting their ex-lover to dig them out of debt. They're expecting their ex-lover to help compensate for losses, pain, and suffering that they actually caused. Or they are mistreating these people or this person, yet still expecting financial help, financial support from this person, from these people. And it's like, get up out of here. Like, get out of here. And that's why they're angry, because they're mistreating people, talking to people crazy, acting wild as hell towards these people, being very hateful, and they're still expecting these people or this person to show them love. And it's like, but they don't want to fix themselves. They don't want to self-reflect. They don't want to look at themselves as the demon. So they're trying to make this other party look like a monster. And this other party is not a monster at all. This is a demon. You know, this is a demon. And you know, like how they say the devil can be very charming. The devil used to be an angel also. So the devil can be very pretty, very attractive, very charming. The devil, you get what I'm saying? So whatever story that this person has been telling has made this other party look like they deserve to be hated or that they deserve to be victimized in some type of way, when in reality, this is a narcissist. This is a demonic force that is moving through this person because they're obsessed with another person's light. And it's like, because they're in the dark and they're miserable and their life isn't working out the way that they want it to. But again, a lot of it is because they accumulated so much debt that they can't dig themselves out of it. And they're angry that this other party looks free. They're angry that this other party looks like they are able to live in peace, you know, but they have not racked up karmic debt. They have not racked up financial debt, that type of stuff, to where they're obligated to the same demons that this person has voluntarily attached themselves to. You get what I'm saying? Like, nobody is voluntarily going into debt when they're thinking logically. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, but that's what they've done. They volunteered themselves to be in debt. They volunteered themselves to create all of this karmic debt, and now they're looking at other people like, why your life seems so easy? How come you don't have to work as hard as me? How come how come I'm struggling? How come I'm going through this? How come I'm going through that? But it's like, this is the life that you manifested. Like, be real with yourself. Like, they chose to move like this. They chose to act like this. They chose to live like this. They chose to spend their money on these things. And they're mad at these other people because they look like they're living comfortably or living humbly. Okay, they don't strive for the same attention that these other people, this other party wants. So it's like they look desperate and they look obsessive. They look mad, but they're mad because their financial situation is not ideal at all, and they want to look like a rich bitch so bad, but in reality, they're broke. So it's like, quit trying to act like you just living it up, or that your lifestyle is so lavish or whatever, and admit that you're in fucking debt. Like, quit playing. Like, that shit not lit. Like, debt is not lit. I don't care how many ways you try to spend that shit. That shit is not lit to be in debt and struggling while you're in debt. And that's what this person is doing. Like, they're in debt and they're struggling like a motherfucker, but they keep adding on to the debt that they already have. And again, it's because they want to maintain a lifestyle. They want to maintain an image. So it's like, instead of trying to humble yourself and change your ways or realize who or what truly matters in life, you're just trying to maintain an image and getting mad at this person because they don't want to help you pay off your debt. They don't want to help you exercise these demons that you have projected onto them, that you've sicked on them, period. Like, get up out of here. Like, this is a lame. This is a demonic, possessed lame. and they need to get a life because they're insecure as hell and they want people to feel bad for them. But it's no reason to feel bad for this person because they are the demon. They caused all of these problems. Like, nobody did this but them. So it's like, take accountability for your actions. Take accountability for the fact that you're a hateful bitch, like man or woman. Like, you're hateful as fuck and you have a really nasty attitude and it's not attractive. Like, get up out of here with that. Like, nobody did anything to these people, or this person are popping off and sick because nobody wants to fuck with them, or nobody is helping them to dig themselves out of debt. This is a gold digger, sack chaser, clout chaser type energy, and their lifestyle is a facade. Like, their lifestyle is a complete facade, and they're starting to feel like others are starting to see that their lifestyle, their image is a facade, because it's like, well, if you got this and you got that, then why can't you afford to do XYZ? You feel me? Like, if you got this and you got that, or if you feel me, why can't you do it yourself? Or why are you still worried about them and their money and pocket watching them and seeing what they got going on if you got it? Because they don't have it at all. Like, this is, they're in fucking debt. So it's almost like, say they sacrificed everything for this house they live in, for the car that they drive, for whatever it is. You feel me? They sacrificed everything to pretend, to fucking pretend. And now it's like, you know, it's that part where the clock is striking 12 and they're like, oh my gosh, like, when is Prince Charming coming in to sweep me off and take me to my castle? Because they can't afford the castle that they built for themselves, you know, or whatever this is. It's like they're not living a lifestyle that they actually can afford, and they're looking for a savior, looking for somebody to come and dig them out of this situation that they created for themselves. So it's like, no, like, get on your own too. You feel me? Like, this person has absolutely no type of hustle, no type of grind in them. They're just waiting to leech off of other people's opportunities, leech off of other people's success. You feel me? So it's like, get out of here. Like I said, I don't care how they present themselves, who they try to act like they are, or whatever. They're a fucking leech. They're a leech, period. And somebody seems to know that, and that's why they have closed up their purse, or, you know, their wallet, or whatever it is. They're not feeding this beast no more. Like, I'm not going to continue to help you out. I'm not going to continue to supply you with XYZ. I'm not going to continue to look out for you. I'm not going to continue to whatever. Like, they know. So it just seems like somebody needs to figure out a way to maintain their own lifestyle and stop hating on these other people, stop lying on these other people, stop trying to make these other people look like, again, they deserve to be victimized, or like they're moving like suckers or deadbeats or whatever the fuck this is, when they truly are just seeking somebody to help them maintain this false image that they created for themselves. Like, no, this person is stable, they're comfortable financially, they're happy, they're mature, they're the shit, they're popping. So it's like, to keep talking shit about them in this type of way is just crazy, because it's like, well, why are you asking them for money? You feel me? Like, if you got it like that, why are you so thirsty about what they're making? Or if you got it like that, why do you care about them helping you or not? You feel me? Or giving you this or not? Like, or why you got your hands in other people's pockets if you such a boss? Like, get up out of here. Come up with your own way to manifest for yourself. You feel me? Instead of expecting somebody to give you their hard-earned money, period. Because that's all this is. They're expecting to reap the benefits of somebody else's labor, and it's because they're a fucking gold digger, and they not getting the clout that they're looking for. It seems like somebody is old and a gold digger, and it's like, I don't think that they realize that they're not the hot commodity anymore. You get what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with aging. Like, I tell people all the time, like, I have truly enjoyed aging myself. Like, feel like I'm just getting better as the years go on. You know what I mean? And but this person is not realizing that their energy is easily replaceable. Like, you're not in your 20s no more. You're not the new fly girl on the block. You're not this, you're not that. Like, you got to accept the fact that you an OG now. Like, ain't nobody checking for this person in the way that they expected to be checked for. But they think because, like, of, I don't know, like, they're so used to people just giving them what they ask for because of, like, their age, or like because of their a sense of desperation that they have. But it's like, you 44 years old, fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? It's something like that, like, where it's like, as old as they are, it doesn't make any sense for them to still act like this, or to still expect to be treated like, you know what I mean, they're young and in their 20s in a PYT, because they're not. Like, They're not that anymore, but they're still trying to live this lifestyle to where it's like they begging, like they live a begging ass lifestyle. So it's like, you know, man or woman, they be begging, and they're assuming that, you know, I don't think they realize that the people around them are growing and aging and maturing too. So it's like, well, what do you have to offer? Like, you just coming with your looks or just coming with yourself and all this baggage and shit, but like, what positive energy are you bringing into this equation, into these people's lives? You feel me? But it is what it is, because they this is a reality check that they do not want to have, they don't want to face. They will continue to try to blame other people for the fact that their lifestyle is falling apart, or they cannot maintain their lifestyle. Like, they're doing way too much, they're too reckless, sexually, socially, financially, all of that, but it's because they expect other people to pick up their slack. So if they go clubbing all weekend and then they don't have no money to pay their bills, they're going to look towards this person like, oh, well, I need some money to pay this and to pay that. And it's like, well, didn't you just get paid yourself? You feel me? So why the fuck are your bills not paid? Like, why were you in the club? Not even that, because you feel me, you can work your butt off and still not be able to afford all of your expenses, even in a humble manner. But this person is like in the club and partying and kicking it and doing shit like that, and they cannot afford to do it. So it's like, you think that I'm about to cover your electric bill after you was just at the bar all weekend? Like, what the fuck? Like, be real with yourself. And that's what they're mad about. Because it's like, again, they're buying all of these expensive things, accumulating all of these expensive things. They're trying to live this really wealthy lifestyle, but they can't afford to do it. So it's like they're expecting somebody else's hard-earned labor to fund their responsibilities. And it's like, no, do what you're supposed to do. Be responsible for yourself. You feel me? Like, if you can't afford to pay your fucking bill, you shouldn't be smoking weed. Like, if you can't afford to pay your bills, you shouldn't be drinking. If you can't afford to pay this bill, you shouldn't be in the club. Like, whatever it is, it's like, be real with yourself. Like, you want to pop off and snap and spaz on people because they're telling you no? They're not giving you money that they worked for, that they don't owe you at that. Like, fuck out of here. Like, they can be hateful all they want. They can be mad all they want. This is a miserable bitch who's mad that they're in debt, period. Like, they're in debt and nobody is helping them dig themselves out of this grave that they dug themselves in. So if somebody around you is like, oh, I hate him, I hate her, I hate them, they don't hate this person, they hate themselves. They just don't like this person because this person is refusing to pacify them. They're refusing to like hold their hand after they know that they have been wasting all of their money, or being wasteful with time, just being wasteful in different type of ways. They're not fooling with this person. It just is what it is. It's like, get on your own feet. You feel me? Everybody else has picked themselves up and got their shit together in different ways. So it's time for you to do the same. Or these other people knew how to stay down until they came up. So they weren't in the club while they were grinding. They weren't in the club while they were broke. They weren't, you feel me? They humbled themselves and created lifestyles that they could afford. And now that they're in lifestyles that they can afford, they have excess money. There's like this surplus that's here. So it's like, dang, like, well, you only got to pay this amount for your rent, or you only got to pay this amount for XYZ, or you don't even got a car note, or you ain't got this. And it's like, okay, bitch, like, but you chose to do all of that, and you're mad because you're obligated to pay a fucking high ass car note or a expensive rent or whatever because of where you live, because of the choices that you're making in your own life. And it's almost like now this person has this affordable lifestyle, so now when they're getting money, it's like they can pay their responsibilities, pay their bills or whatever, and have hella excess. You feel me? So it's like, oh, so you doing this and you doing that. Yeah, but my bills paid too, bitch. Like, quit playing with me. Like, that's what I have here, y'all. Like, this person is just sick because they're irresponsible financially, they're reckless as hell, and they're mean. Like, they're mean spirited, and nobody is sticking around with them or wants to help them because of how mean that they are when it comes to money. So how greedy that they are when it comes to money and attention. So it is what it is. It's like they just need to figure it out. They don't want to figure it out though. They want to spend Red's money. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, no, like, I'm sorry. This the part where Debo got to get hit in the head with a brick. Like, get the fuck up out of here, bro. Like, you're not about to keep coming around here bullying people or taking from people in no type of way. Like, you gonna have to come up with your own shit, come up with your own plan, own idea, your own way to dig yourself out of fucking debt, because nobody's going into debt to fool with these people in no type of way. Like, no, I'm not going to sacrifice myself for you. I'm not going to continue to, you know what I mean? Like, no, like, it's just not going to happen. So it is what it is, y'all. I think somebody is just learning a very hard lesson about the way that they need to treat people, or the way that they've been treating people, you know? Like, no, like, or learning a very hard financial lesson, to where it's like, you wanted XYZ, you wanted to live here and there, you wanted to drive this and that, but you didn't want to wait until you could afford to be in those places and spaces. So now you're in debt because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses and you don't know what to do with yourself. But I'm not about to fucking lose myself and my stability just to be able to help you gain yours, because this person is going to shit on this person as soon as they get on their feet, or once they get what they are looking for out of these people, out of this person anyway. This is a fucking opportunist. This is a loser and a leech, period. And somebody knows that they're not going to tolerate this anymore. Like, get a life, you know, get a life. Thank you so much.